Hey guys, I wanted to make this video because I've had a lot of things on my mind lately that I just wanted to let you guys know kind of where my head is at and stuff. It's about 4 a.m. Tuesday morning. I slept most of the day Monday because I just haven't felt good. But I just saw a bat fly over. That was kind of cool. I just wanted to step outside and kind of make this video for you guys to view whenever you want, hopefully soon. I think things in life happen for a reason, and I was going through a pretty dark time lately, as you guys knew, and one of the major contributors to that was me and Olivia not being in a very good spot, and I want to continue to improve that because I feel like the loyalty to the heads and like being my little girl, the father-daughter combination has been a little lacking. But I was going through a rough time, and I decided to pull myself out of that rough time by seeking help and going to the doctor. And shortly after that, when things started to seem to take a turn for the better, we got the Traverse. We had a second car. I could go to work and do stuff without relying on Ruh. Everything changed in the blink of an eye when I got hit by a car that I didn't see. And it felt like I hit a brick wall. Like I'm still sore. My chest still hurts. And I think I'm coming down with the throat thing that Caleb had, but I digress on that. When I got hit by the car, to me it was a huge wake-up call. Like, I literally walked away from an accident, and if it had been a little differently, maybe a head-on collision, maybe it was on my side, if the car would have pushed me another foot, there would have been a stop sign right in my head or my side. I might not have been okay. And it just made me kind of realize like that I needed to change, and that this life is too short, and it's too short for grudges. It's too short for things that won't get us into heaven. So I have completely changed my outlook on life. I thank God every day that I'm still here, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I don't know if I have 5 minutes. I don't know if I have 50 years. I don't know. Nobody knows. In the past couple weeks, I've watched Ozzy die, who many thought, would live forever. Hulk Hogan die, who his nickname was the Immortal. Dude was a hero to me growing up, hero to tons of people in my generation, all over the globe. Just, it's crazy. But, and then today I saw on Facebook that Ryne Sandberg passed away, which you guys don't know who he is. He's the second baseman for the Cubs when I was growing up. He was really good and a really humble guy and a good guy and all that. He's a all-star type player. The reason I wanted to make this video, though, is just so that you guys know how much I love you and how much I've got your back through everything. Like, to give an example of like how my train of thought has changed, in years past, when it's been my birthday, I've said it's my day like 1,000 times, and I drove you guys nuts, and we played Elimination Chamber 100 times, or 1 or 2 times if you guys are up for it, and the mode and all that crap, and we didn't have a good time, honestly. And it always hurt my feelings if you guys didn't give me a present or at least a card or something like that. But I realized lately that those things don't really matter. Like, I enjoy the time that we play Elimination Chamber or the mode or whatever, but this year is about family, and having all the kids here, especially you guys, just made my day special. And I wasn't upset at all that you guys didn't get me a gift. It happens. Allie was asking me what I wanted, and she forgot to give me a gift, so I get it. So I have a very positive outlook on life right now, and I'm trying as hard as I can to be religious as much as I possibly can be. So I may have to look for a church soon. And if you guys are here, I would like you to go with me. Ro's been asking for quite a while, and we need to find a church that everybody likes and feels comfortable at, and we can meet some more believers. But this video is based on you guys. I really don't know where to start with this. I guess I'll just start from day one. Day one, when Caleb was born, like, my life changed forever. I've said that many times. And honestly, I didn't even want kids growing up. And I didn't know what being a good father would look like for me. Sorry, I'm sitting down here. Because I didn't have a great role model growing up with my dad. But my grandpa John showed me how to be a good father, even though he wasn't blood related to me. So yeah, when I had Caleb, it was like the best thing in the world, because Caleb looked up to me as like a hero. Like, I looked up to Hulk Hogan when I was a kid. And, you know, until Caleb got older, I couldn't do any wrong, right? Because you didn't know any better. And, you know, Caleb, you would go home and tell your mom that Dad knew everything, and, you know, you thought that, honestly, at the time. Now you know that I don't know everything. And that kind of sucks. And as the years have gone on, we've always had this bond. And it's a unique bond. I think every parent-kid relationship has a certain bond. And with you and I feel like over the years, you've been my best guy friend. The guy that I go to vent. And you were my rock for the longest time. Like, even when you were a young kid. Like, just seeing you made my day. It kept me grounded. Like, even when I was going through the divorce, I wouldn't drink on days that I had you. I wouldn't go out. I would always take as much time with you as possible. And then Olivia was born. And my life changed again. And I kind of knew that Kathy and I wouldn't work out long term, because our parenting styles are different, and you guys know that. But just seeing the bond that you guys have is amazing. Like, I'm so happy for you guys that you have that connection. And Olivia, you and I have bonded throughout the years, and I know as you get older, being a teenager is rough, and a lot of being a teenager is finding yourself, finding your group of friends, finding who you are, which, you know, is very rough at that age. And you know, there's a lot of people that don't know who they are in their 20s and even their 30s, you know? I was honestly probably in my 30s when I figured out who the hell I was, and I'm still working on bettering myself. But as time has gone on, Gru has been my rock. I'm not even talking to her right now. I know she loves me, but it's difficult with Steve around to have a real conversation with her. I don't want you guys to take that as a reason not to talk to me, because I'm not leading by example in that regard, but there's a reason for that, and you guys understand that, I hope. I've tried to be Ro's rock, and I can't be the rock that Lars was for her, because a dad just has a special bond with his daughter. Like, I can't explain it. I understand it more that my dad was closer to Tammy than he was with me, because I kind of get that. Not that I love Olivia, not that I love you more than Caleb, but it's just a different type of love. It's like a more protective love. It's a different bond. Like, Caleb and I have a certain way of bonding. You and I have a certain way of bonding. But I want you guys to know, like, how much I absolutely love you guys. Like, you guys have been the highlight of my life since you guys have been born. And I want to shine a light on you guys. I want to give you guys as much as I can. So I know actions speak louder than words. I am going to try as hard as I can. And I do have limitations, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I'm going to try as hard as I can to get money rolling in for you guys that I know you guys desperately need. Right now, I'm not feeling that well. Olivia, I owe your mom $100 and some in 3 days. I may have to DoorDash with a sore throat. I didn't even get out of bed today, but I'm going to try to come up with that money by Friday. Somehow, some way. But the rock thing, like, I realized in my darkest hour when I was contemplating suicide and I emailed my doctor that I needed help. And my faith led me to put God in my corner as my rock. And I would ask that you guys do the same, or deeply consider doing the same, because Gru, Ra, even you guys, you're not always going to be 100% there for me. We're going to have disagreements. We're going to have arguments. We're going to do things that we don't agree with. There's going to be disappointment. There's going to be a lot of adulation, a lot of excitement, a lot of celebration if one of us succeeds at something. But God is always there, even when we're not. And I just want you guys to really think about your connection with God and where that is, because people are dropping like flies right now. Like, you know, Hogan, who was like one of the strongest guys to me, is now unable to even breathe in this world at age 71. That's just nuts to me. And I've lost my dad. We've lost Lars. I fear that we're going to lose Grandma Marilyn and Barb and my mom sooner rather than later. Like, when these flashbacks come back on Facebook of just 10 years ago, and I know 10 years ago to you guys is the majority of your life, or in Caleb's case, like half your life, but just 10 years ago, which is 1/5 of my life, I've seen flashbacks lately that I've been shopping with my Grandma Marilyn. Now just think about that. Like, Grandma Marilyn has seemed so feeble for the last few years, and I saw a memory like 10 years ago where she made me a birthday cake. She was still living at home. She was fine, you know? And just thinking back to all the conversations I had with Barb when she was still able to converse and ask questions, and, you know, when she was herself. So much has changed in 10 years. 10 years ago, I was 39 years old. And at 39, you know, 2015, I didn't even live with Ra yet. We were at the trailer. And it was a rough time being lonely. You know, like, she would come over one night a week. You guys would come over a couple times. But half the week, I was just alone. And that kind of sucks. And, you know, it's okay to have alone time for a while, but when it's forced, it really sucks. So I apologize for being a little scatterbrained right now. Like I said, it's almost 4 a.m. And I'm wide awake because I slept like all day, and my sleeping habits are fucked right now. But if this is the last video that I ever post, which I'm hoping to be around for quite a long time, but if this ever is the last video that I post, I want you guys to know that I have loved you every single day of your life. And I'll start with Caleb. Caleb, I saw you struggle through school. I saw you try the sports thing. I don't want you to feel like you disappointed me by not being an athlete. I was never that great of an athlete. I just practiced sports a lot and enjoyed it. I was so proud of you when you joined show choir and stuck out those 7 years, and you kicked ass, man. And now, like, you're not even 21, and you've got a salary job. You're doing your dream of real estate. Like, how many people can say that they have their dream job by age 20? Like, you got through the class. I tried to help you as much as I could, but you did it. And you got through the tests, and I couldn't hold your hand through the tests. Like, you had to go do that yourself. And I know you wanted to give up, and I hope that I inspired you not to give up in some way. And I hope that I pushed you to get to your goals, because, man, sky's the limit with you. Like, you just have this personality that just draws people to you. And people have told me that I'm very magnetic, but you're at the age where you can really enjoy that and have so many friends and so many outlets and so many groups of people that you can converse with and enjoy life with. It's just great to see that, man. Like, you're still figuring out life, and it's going to take a while because, you know, you're only 20. And, but I have faith that you will. I believe that you're going to succeed. And I don't mean that like from a monetarily standpoint. Like, it's easy to go out there and make a lot of money if you do certain things. Like, I don't judge success by the amount of money that you make, and I know a lot of people do, but I don't. Like, I've got friends that are doctors and lawyers, and I've got friends that, like my buddy Kyle, that live in an RV in his parents' driveway. Like, I really don't care what people have or how much they make. So Caleb, I just want you to know that I am proud of you, and I know you've worked hard to get to where you are today, and it's great. And I think you made a really adult decision not going to college and standing up to Glenn and Jen and telling them your truth, which, you know, probably felt really good and should feel really good right now about the job you have too. And I want to also thank you for being there for me more times than I probably deserve. I've tried to be the best dad I could possibly be, and I know sometimes I can be a little much. I'm not the easiest guy to live with. I'm not the easiest guy to be around a lot. But I think out of everybody in this world, your mind is probably the closest to my mind out of everybody that I've ever met. So I think you understand me probably better than anyone else. So if I'm struggling with Ba, or I'm struggling with Renee or Drew or whoever, when I vent to you, I do that because I think that you can actually understand what I mean and what I'm saying, even if I have a hard time articulating what I mean and say. So yeah, I just want to thank you for almost always being there for me. Like, there's only been a couple times where I could say I've called you or really needed to talk to you where you just wouldn't do it, and I would say over 99% of the time you've been there for me. Bah. Man, I gave you your nickname when you were a little baby. And I tried my hardest when I lived with your mom. Like, I took you on walks every day to the point where I had to take Vicodin every 8 hours just to get through the back pain. And then when we split up, your first birthday party was when I lived with Drew. And watching your attitude and your ability to stand up for yourself, even at age like 2 or 3, was incredible. And watching you go through like your weight loss that you battled and the social circles that you've been in, like you went from being bullied in elementary school to, you know, not necessarily the most popular person in the grade or whatever, but you're the Ba. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Like, you are one of the coolest people I've met in my life, and I'm a little biased, but Kathy was one of the coolest girls that I was ever with, and I consider myself pretty cool, and you're half of both of us, so it's a good combo of genes to be pretty cool in my opinion. And your intelligence, like your math abilities, your ability to just not get down on things and to power through. Like, you have your mom's like ability to just push through and just suck it up. Like, I have a hard time doing that. I really do. And I see that in you, and I see that determination. And you know, even though you've sloughed off on grades, you know, in middle school a little bit, some subjects are rougher than others, but I think you have all the ability in the world to achieve whatever you want to do in this life. I've been proud of you since day one, like your first words, your first steps, everything. Like, you seemingly were good at everything growing up. Like, it was insane. Like, you were good at school, you were religious, you joined, you know, the Catholic Church, you were good at sports. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it just seemed like you were good at everything, and you beat my ass in Mario Kart, which I can't even believe, because Nobody beat my ass on Mario Kart. Like, not even my best friends growing up. Like, I don't even get it. So, Bob was in the window. I got a little distracted there. So, Olivia, I want our relationship to be better. And please let me know what I can do to do that. I am going to try to fix whatever I have done wrong. Lack of support, lack of money, all that stuff. I can turn that around. That's temporary. And I want us to get back the bond that we had. Like, I could always call you up on Instagram, and it didn't matter if you were cleaning your room, about to get in the shower, half asleep, going to bed. Usually you just answer with a smile on your face and be like, "What's up, Dad?" And we would talk for a while. And now I'm not even your Instagram friend anymore, and I get like one text out of, 5 or 6 where I try to get a hold of you. And I contribute that to your age, number one. Number two, I know there's a little animosity because I'm behind on child support. But when you're here, I still feel that connection with you. Like, I still appreciate the fact that you don't go off to your room and talk to your friends for 4 hours like you did maybe a year ago. And you are present, and you and I seem to get along when we're face to face, and we can still have that bond when you're here. I just miss that bond that we had when you're not here. But, like I said earlier, if this is the last video that I ever make, I want you to know how much you meant to me. Like, I'm planning to be around for a long time, but you never know. And I am smiling every day no matter what. And we'll get a second car. We'll get better money. We'll move into a house one day. I have 100% faith that's going to happen. But it's got to come from me. There's only so much Ruh can do. And lately, Ruh and I have been connecting really well. And I'm looking to grow this family, closer. The head's kind of wavered this summer, but I think part of that is because of Sean dating Sierra, or, Caleb and Shelby, or band. That's a big obstacle. It takes a lot of time. Just getting that core unit of heads together is just like so awesome. And, knowing that you flash me the signs every single time that you say goodbye to me, and your loyalty, I want to get that loyalty back with me. So I don't deserve you guys. Like, honestly, you guys are my 2 biggest blessings in life. Ruh's a 3rd blessing, in a different way. Like, if I lost Ruh, I know Bo was here when I thought she was having a heart attack, but you know what Ruh means to me. Even if Ruh doesn't know what she means to me, you can kind of get that across. And Caleb, you know how much I love Ruh, because there hasn't been another woman that you can remember that I've acted like this around, right? And we could be silly and we can be serious, but it's great. And I love you guys so much. And Olivia, I know that if you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything in this life. I know one day you're probably going to have kids, and you're going to be a really good mom. Caleb, you'll probably have kids too, if you decide to bring them into this world, which I know you've thought about not. But if you do have a boy, we can carry on the Rourke tradition for another generation. If not, our lineage ends with you, man. And if you're a girl dad, enjoy it. Olivia's been a huge blessing in my life. Olivia, I don't know what else to say. I love you guys so much. Like, I just wanted to get that out there. And, getting hit by a car and knowing that I could have been gone from this earth, like, knowing that I wasn't in a great place with you guys really bothered me. But I want to work on that. And I want to get as close to you guys as I can without being that helicopter parent that's like too involved. You know what I mean? Because really, through my adult life, you guys have been the majority of it for me. And there's going to come a day where you guys are parents and you understand the love that I have for you guys. And I hope I'm around to see that. I really do. Because then you'll understand where I'm coming from. Um, but yeah, I just want myself, you guys, to walk with Jesus every day. And if there's anything that you guys can improve upon, stop trying to sin, stop being mean to people, stop excluding people from things. You know, my buddy Neil a long time ago said, you know, travel, hang out with anybody. And I really thought about that, and I'm like, isn't that kind of what God teaches us? Like, nobody's truly better than anybody else. We're all created equal in the image of God. Whether you're gay, whether you have a mental condition, whether you're Hulk Hogan, we're all people. And knowing that Hulk Hogan came to Jesus less than 2 years before he died, and really accepted him, I saw a change in the way he acted. And I've seen a change in other people when they truly accept Jesus into their life and into their heart. Their whole attitude towards life changes. There are no bad days. There's good days and there's great days. That's all we get. Like, there's going to be days where shitty things happen to you. And we have a choice that we can let that affect the rest of our day, or we can concentrate on the good that happened that day. I decided the day that our car got totaled that I was going to focus on the good. And the good was that I was still alive. The good was that I was able to walk to the open house. I was able to spend some time with Caleb. And I was lucky enough that Caleb was there to take me home. There will be another day. I've had many days since then, and I'm hoping I have many more. I hope you guys have a ton more days. But there's going to come a day where I'm not around. And if Wob is making all kinds of noises, crazy. I don't ever want you guys to doubt how much I love you. And if I have in any way failed you guys to show that, I apologize. I have done my best. I am not perfect by any means. But nobody has ever called me a bad dad. And I don't want the financial situation to put me in that category. So I am trying to fix that now, because I don't want you guys to have a reason to not connect with me. So in closing, if there's anything that I can get through to you guys, I just want you to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you guys being there for me the big bulk of my adult life. And I'm going to try to continue to have a positive outlook on life. I'm going to work on my relationship with Jesus to get as close as I can. And I hope you guys do the same. I'm going to sign off for now, but I hope to see you guys soon. I love you guys forever.